over the dinner, he told him, I want to acquire your company. That gentleman almost spilled his food like that. He was shocked. He told him, how can it be, Mr. Mittal? Yours is a cheap perfume. Mine is the costliest perfume in the world. How can it be mixed? When the agenda was took up, more or less the whole board of directors rejected. Mr. Mittal advertised, full-page newspaper advertised. If I take over that steel company, I will give dividend 10% every year to the shareholder. Shareholders were impressed by his success, and they voted out the board of directors, and that steel company was taken over by the Mr. Mittal, and he became the richest man in England, whole of England. In Economist magazine, I was reading his interview. Somebody asked him, Mr. Mittal, why do you have so much M&A, merger and acquisition? He gave only one answer, which till now I remember. That was in 2000, maybe 2003, when I was working in Delhi. If you want to be number one in the world, organic growth in your lifetime, 30 years, is not possible. It has to be inorganic. Inorganic means merger, acquisition. How he acquired? He did not spend money from his pocket. Since he became very popular, when he wanted to take over the other sick companies or the rich companies, the biggest financial lender, Citibank, offered him $15 billion. Another bank offered him $10 billion. With $25 billion, with the bank money, he purchased, he acquired the richest steel company in the world. So that is how people become billionaire. I will give you another example. I was reading that there are 80 unicorns in India. Unicorn means startup companies who become billionaire in a matter of few years. There are already 80. Some of them are like Oyo Hotel. Ritesh Agarwal, at the age of 27, he became billionaire. He doesn't own a single building hotel, but by online. The world is going digital. Then there is that tuition expert, Mr. Baiju from Chennai. He became billionaire through online. Then you have the example of Uber Taxi. He doesn't own a single vehicle, but online he became a billionaire, providing taxi service. Mr. Ritesh Agarwal providing hotel rooms throughout the world. In China, he has got hotels in 300 cities. In India, he has got in 250 cities. It is possible through digital only. So I want you to realize there is a saying, if you want to become a billionaire in your lifetime, in 5 years, it is only through digital you can become a billionaire. Your traditional family industry, you cannot become a billionaire in a matter of 5 years. The world is going digital. I want you, to think about it. We Catholic needs entrepreneurs. You may have so many ambitions, that is all right. But some of you must become successful entrepreneurs. These young people, the Catholic youth, I want to share this thing with you. You know the story of Sabir Bhatia. He was a young Punjabi student from Bangalore. When he landed up in USA with $45, he went to, I think, Stanford or some university. He created in his computer hotmail.com. It became a rage. Microsoft was threatened. They offered him $300 million. He had a co-founder. They shared $150 million each. The Indians in USA wanted to put up a statue about Sabir Bhatia. He asked his mother, "Mother, they want to put up my statue in the biggest city in USA." His mother said, "No, my son, alive people should not put up, statue." That is how, the digital make a person millionaire within no time. The more interesting story, a Stanford student, Jerry Yang from Taiwan, he started yahoo.com. I still use yahoo.com, hotmail.com. Jerry Yang, by starting that yahoo.com with another co-founder, his fellow student in Stanford University, They founded this company in a dormitory. A few years ago, Yahoo was offered $40 billion. Imagine, is it possible in traditional industry? I don't think so. So it is possible through digital online. And the surprise of surprise, he declined to accept $40 billion. All the shareholders thought Jerry Yang has gone mad. But that is the stuff of legend. Jerry Yang, Sabir Bhatia, even in traditional industries. Today, I was reading the other day, Adani has become the richest man in Asia. He has overtaken Mukesh Ambani. In 2001 to 6, I was director initially, Ministry of Finance. Later on, joint secretary. I remember my batchmate from Gujarat, Sanjay Gupta, when he left his IS service and he joined the Adani Group as CEO for constructing Mundra Port, 3 terminal. When he landed up in Delhi, I still read the story till today. Adani was picked up from airport by the police and he was put up in the lockup for one night. Why? Because he could not repay bank loan. That time his turnover was about 4,000 crore. Today his turnover is more than 1 lakh crore in a matter of less than 20 years. He spent one night in lockup. Mr. Sanjay Gupta, my batchmate, constructed 3 terminals for him, Mundra Port. Once it was completed, one of the terminals was purchased by P&O. P&O, I think probably one of the biggest shipping company of England. They pay 150 million pounds to Adani. With that 150 million pounds, he repaid all his bank loans and there was no turning back. Today, he is the richest man in Asia, again through merger and acquisition. He has acquired so many mining industries from Australia to Africa to South Africa. That is how entrepreneurship can really transform the life of a family, individual, the society, the nation. Today, whenever the dignitaries of India, VVIPs, they want to fly from one place to another, they just call Adani, he will give his aircraft free. That is how the rich people, rich and famous, they do, how they become billionaire. These are a few examples. I have told you the other day, elsewhere, the story of Dhirubhai Ambani, how an idea is more important than anything else. When he was serving as a petrol pump attendant in Aden, Africa, something struck in his mind. In India, there must be more than 300, 400 million women. They all wear sari, maybe except in the Northeast. But the sari is very costly. Even cotton costs about 2,000. Silk sari costs 5,000, 10,000. He wanted to give cheap sari to every woman in India. But the cotton, silk supply is limited. He wanted to do with synthetic sari. He came back to India. He took one bedroom house in Mumbai. And there are 2 families with his brother family they live. He went from bank to bank. Nobody wanted to give loan. But there was one young bank professional, KV Kamat. He could see the passion of this Dhirubhai Ambani. So he wanted to gamble. He lent advance loan to him. And he started the synthetic sari. The brand name is Vimal, if you recollect. From Vimal, it took off. He was selling sari at the rate of 40 rupees. Imagine silk sari is 5,000 to 10,000. Here, Dhirubhai Ambani selling by 40 rupees. That is how he became a millionaire. Later on, he branched out to petrochemical. One of the largest petrochemical, that is processing of refined oil from crude oil. It is in Surat of Ambani's Reliance. So I want our Catholic youth, why don't we also, some of us, become a successful entrepreneur? This I wanted to share. Now, I will be a little provocative. Catholics have everything except that millionaire, billionaire. Next, Catholic youth must join politics. In parliamentary form of government, it is the politics, the chief minister, the prime minister, who can really transform a society. I have seen it from inside. 35 years I was in IAS. I have worked in Government of India 11 years. 22 years I work in state government. I have seen from ringside view. It is the politicians who can really transform a society. Today, probably Mr. Conrad Sangma is the only Catholic chief minister in the country. No, second chief minister. Probably Telangana chief minister also Catholic. So how a chief minister, only a chief minister can transform a society. So I want our Catholic youths, you may have many ambitions. One of your ambition must be, you must join politics and try to become CM. In the entire Northeast, 8 states, we have only one Catholic chief minister, Mr. Conrad Sangma. Father Albert told me he was invited to be here. Because of prior engagement, he could not come. Otherwise, he had wanted to come. So we must join politics. Politics can only transform a society. I have seen it. I have worked as an IS officer, which is supposed to be the cream of the service, the cream of the society. I have worked for 35 years, but IAS has some limitation. It is the political process, whether you are educated or not, that can transform our society, our state, our nation. So I want our Catholic youths to join politics. Finally, friends, I want Catholic youths to unleash our youth power. Youth power is something unimaginable if we really exercise in the right way. When I first come to Shillong in 1976, as a college student in St. Edmund's College, I still remember 3 important developments. How the youth revolutionized a nation. In 1970s, Shah of Iran, he was governing Iran like an emperor, So the Iranian students agitated, and later on that agitation was picked up by the whole nation. And the emperor of Iran, Shah, such a powerful man, was deposed, was thrown, was expelled from Iran. And they brought from Paris their religious leader, Ayatollah Khomeini, and he was made the supreme leader. Subsequent development shows that it was not turned out to be a correct one. But that is, I just want to